Hello everyone, I'm starting recording and uh, continue talking about what we discussed on the last AMA about API numbers on our UI. We successfully migrated to new system, as you can see. Um, Now we're showing API instead of APR. So we use explanation. Of course, on the table you see API, but you can see pop-up message with clear explanation how we calculate it, and probably it is the most clear explanation in the world. At least we tried our best for show you wall wall mass. Now we're including trading fees for LP tokens and curve. Uh, and in model window, if you click, you can see some history for auto component appear, trading fees, and yeah, for rewards we disabled it because just a lot of traffic on backend server generated it, and probably a bit later need to optimize it. Okay, I saw all your questions, and uh, let's warming up a bit from first question from what you found. How would you explain Tatu's intrinsic value to curious friend? Hard question. Usually, of course, I explained our project for my friends, and usually they say it, "Oh my God, man, it is so complex." Probably I don't have simple words, but okay. In few words, what is Tatu? What is Tatu in general? It is a platform for different products for generating some profit, and all this profit go to tattoo holders. It is the main conception. We can change something. I don't know which product will be primary on next year or after a few years. Um, Probably we will build in something totally different, but the main conception is that if you buy tattoo, it is like a share. You will have some part of profit, and um, or work of developers and tattoo team is increasing this profit to users. If we have uh, good profit for you guys, we did a good job. If not so good profit, probably we missed something, mm, or idea was not the best or something like this. And it is a KPI, what we're trying to show on Dune Analytic dashboard right now. It is some kind of KPI of project. It is very hard to calculate, and probably only only me focused on this because I made last year dashboard for Harvest, and I deeply in these calculations and how to improve profitability for no, not only in for Yield aggregator, but for any project. And the reason why we started with yielding it is because the most amazing thing in developing yield platform for developers, of course. You are interacting with everything. You go deeply in everything. You and your team uh, get a ton of expertise in different fields. It is DEX, landing, it is other projects, everything around. You should not understand, not only understand economic of projects, but also read code and everything. And all devs able to create with time similar products, but with our own ideas, and we already did it. Our Dex is really amazing. Okay. I guess enough. Usually I explain our project for my friends in this way. But um, okay, next question is how did you come up with the name Toto? We had a proposal. Tattoo is my first idea for the project because it was easy. I wanted to find something um, according intelligence and god of intelligence. I googled something like god of intelligence or god of wisdom, and found Thos. It is answer to Egypt god. And personally, I don't like Thos name because it's so complex for pronunciation for Russian, at least. And on the wiki page, I saw the name Tetu. This one was the name of this god, Thos. So I chose this one, and after that we had a brainstorm with my wife and with community and with a lot of guys. And firstly we chose the Brocash because because um, I wanted to create a little project alone, but a lot of people trusted and involved in this process, and we realized that we become more seriously, and our community will have more serious name, and we had proposal and choose Tattoo. Okay, story time. um, yeah, probably nothing special behind the Tattoo, but um, personally, I built a lot of things around this conception, architecture of the project. Um, you will see with time how to play around this really very interesting and too early for this discussion, but I um, I played a bit with this conception. Um, question of the day. Newcomers could found Tattoo.io in the first place. How newcomers could found Tattoo and how they really found it the most time. Yeah, Vlad Klima, really thanks for your great work with advertisements. As I understand, you bought some ads for Tattoo on some search platform. Um, and how usually users found us? Usually it is pretty clear um, user traffics because mm, nobody Google something like best yield farming on Polygon or something like this. Usually people look at uh, some Defilama or Jeep or Radar or something like this. Research, look at new projects, and mm, interact with the platform in the first time and see attractive it or not, has it something interesting or not, and um, um, of course, we had MEA sessions with a lot of projects and some collaboration with our partners. And the best way to get new users it is some uh, info event with partners. When you build something really interesting that involve some as another project, and they retweet it for their community, and they interested in it and go to your site and find something interesting for them, and blah blah blah. Um, Advertise. We tried a lot. Okay, not a lot probably, but we tried some advertisement. Uh, I think it is a bit unhealthy, but it is just my personal opinion. Um, no, no. Anyway, it doesn't have huge user traffic usually. It is not a magic. No magic way to spend a ton of money and get users. You should do right steps. Uh, I hope our BizDev and marketer prepare something for this, because I am personally totally busy with other stuff. Um, so it is more question for them. Yeah, I know it is email with status, but as you can see, usually only me answer to the questions, and yeah, uh, Gordon and Reptile not on the call. Um, they will answer in chats. Another question: do you track any channels which funnels new users to platform? Mm, uh, Usually it is manual monitoring from me on Cloudflare, and we have Google Analytics, but it was adjusted not properly. Really, I didn't have time for this, and or front-end developer also very busy, and I just see on Cloudflare and changes in requests from users, and compare it with what we did were from these users. Usually I understand what happened. Well, some tweet or some mm, new listing on new platform or something like this. And yeah, we discussed it a bit on the one IMA session. The most traffic was from Iron Finance, of course. We went down when I slept. It was a huge traffic, and they had a huge community. Now it is, don't know. But yeah, we had a lot of users from Iron. Dino also very friendly and usually retweet, and we have some traffic from them. And I hope when we move their LP farming on Auto compound, um, uh, they will happy more. Now we a bit dump their Dino token because It is the nature of field farming, but yeah, I understand. It is very difficult to find the best way uh, make things make good something good for our platform, obviously for you users generate profit, but usually when you generate profit it means you sell something and platform usually not happy when you sell their tokens, and it is why now very popular some specific complex strategies when you hold the platform tokens for a long time, and some hodl strategies, and plays with it. But for example, Harvest hodl sushi token, as I know, and other projects as Convex, as I know. I didn't correct me if I'm wrong, but Convex, as I know, hold the biggest holder of COOF tokens, and they can make key decisions on their proposals. It's interesting conception, and I offered something like this for our partners. Just I think we should be big enough for uh, make good deals, this kind of deals. Because if you have 10 million trivial big projects will not make deals with you with this kind of deal. They can say, okay, good guys, you can of course you can hold our tokens, but we will not provide anything for you. Sometimes even retweet. Um, okay. Enough about this. When Phantom release? Very soon. Delay not from our side. Uh, we waited for audit. We got a draft audit from Certic. Nothing critical, just some conversation, and I guess in New Year's Day we will get final report, and after that I will deploy all contracts. I just don't want to deploy it before final report, because who knows? Sometimes it is just a few lines changes and some added some events or commands, and I don't want to redeploy it, and especially for our DEX, for Uniswap-like solution, you can't do it. You should deploy it once, and you can't migrate or something like this. LP contracts can't be migrated. Um, very soon. We have a lot of prepared contracts on Polygon, and we're um very close to our final form. Uh, when I will happy how our tokenomic work, when we have auto-compounded votes, when we have our core product with 100% buybacks, and when we have something middle solution. Okay, you will see. Um, and after that, we can continue with infrastructure development like Zap solution, and really uh, I know a lot of people waiting for our multi-swap for buying Tether in um, the same proportion, and okay. um, when I did ready, I already answered in few days. When Kronos chain release? Uh, Not soon. I'm not sure about Kronos. Uh, let's launch an Phantom at least. Really, we have. Do you know? Probably in next year with our new partner, we will able to build a cross-chain farming without necessary to use these chains. You will able to farm on Polygon anything really, just farm on Polygon Geist, for example, or I don't know any project. Because UI sometimes take more time, require more time than contracts, and when you have centralized place for rewards, at least it is easy to manage. So we will have contracts on some chains, but you guys will just deposit in some cross-chain vault, uh, and we will just farm the best profit for you. The main difference, of course, that you will need to wait a bit for withdrawal process. Okay, you will see. Um, would an advertisement campaign be cost effective? Question not for me. Now we don't. Yeah, we don't pay for anything. Mm, Yeah. Um, I hope we will, but it depends not on me. One each said they're working on it, and oh, it is answer for Gooden. Okay. Is there any ETA when should they be ready? It is about 1 inch integration, and it is not question for me. They didn't provide a lot of details. I'm happy that they process it at least, but just put us in their queue, and I don't know. We are building our own solution, and probably it will be quicker, faster than waiting for 1H integration. um, um, Question from Cosme Flanito. Are you happy with the growth that Tato has had so far? What do you think is the next milestone for the protocol? Of course, next milestone is 100 million TVL. Uh, uh, Obviously, we had milestones. When we launched, nobody knew us, and we had less than 1 million TVL. And when you had less than 1 million, nobody wanted to talk with you. Really, nobody. Um, Now we have around 10 million, of course, fluctuated, and last days was very red for whole market, but okay, around 10 million. And now we can speak with middle projects and this work on background, uh, when you can collaborate with good projects, it is very important, and because the most users come from your partners, or platforms like Defilamo when you're on top of the list, and uh, when you get some big numbers, and it is an info event for some Twitter influencer or something like this. Not a lot of way to get new users. Growth that Tattoo has had so far. Mm, for me, it was so long ago. Really. Mm, um, of course, we had capacity that we now resolved. We had capacity of our rewards that we can provide for users, and we got 10 million TVL, and we uh, was not able to grow higher because just we didn't have enough rewards. And I understand it, and uh, the main changes what I did last month, it is move from focusing on only Tether token investors to provide a service for users who not so interested in our token. Because our early conception was that it should be done in parallel, that users buy Tether and users invest in their vaults, and it should be in parallel because if users only um, invest in vaults, uh, it reduce your IPRs, and somebody leave project and probably stay unhappy and it is bad experience for them. So the reason why we have auto compound vaults now, and now we can focus our rewards on auto-folded vaults and feel a lot. We have around 5 million additional tattoo in our auto rewarder. Um, on next week we will need to make decision about um, rewards for or liquidity and DX tattoo, and I think we will bootstrap or single token vaults because we can, just because we have some free tokens that we can put in them, and let's see. As usual, all discussion in rewards channel. Probably need better name. Now it looks like we make some airdrop rewards. Okay. Can you make the next AMA so we can get updates from you too? Oh, yeah, it's a question for Reptile and Coding. I will speak with them. Probably we need. It is sometimes that worried me that I'm doing too much. And it is some kind of centralization on me. I'm not happy with this, and I'm trying to uh, um, provide possibility to doing something for all or for any of our teammates, and just not all free in this time, I guess. I will talk with them, of course. Would you like to see TetraSwap end up with users adding new pairs permissionlessly? Oh man. Just okay. Just believe me, just very difficult process. It requires okay, nine, and now it requires nine steps for adding new pair. It's a very complex process, and because you can't create pair without vaults. Now we're discussing next version, and of course it will be a more flexible process in next version. Probably let's see. Now no way to create. It is not usual DEX, and probably we should have common pairs without connecting to votes, but mm, the nature of Uniswap that when you create a pair once, you're not able to change it. You need new factory for new pair for new pairs. Um, no, no, it is very complex, and it involves a lot of risks. And I mean, each new pair, each new vote, we're testing it. We should cover with tests different cases. Uh, because money not stay in this pair. When you connect votes, so you provide money to vote, strategy, third-party contract, and need to exclude all attack vectors, flash loans, and everything. And it is not so easy. You can't just create this kind of pairs without strict access. Um, easy way, easy way create a parallel DEX solution and build on top multi-swap or just be integrated in some DEX aggregator and don't um, don't include simple logic in complex projects. I mean, for simple pairs without votes, better to create another sub-platform if we will have a reason for this. Um, I think the benefit of the auto compounding is probably lost on any new users, let alone people that have been in the platform. Um, is there anything being considered to make that more pronounced on the site to make it more obvious? Maybe on the main site, not app, and some other changes in the app. I know. It's a stupid situation. We had users, and obviously we should made auto component from the launch, but um, we tried new conception. Nobody did it before, and now we have what we have. Some users left. Some users disappointed that they had less APR because they enter in some percent and somebody enter else, and okay, rewards just um, a static number in this formula. We're trying to focus our marketing on this, on auto compound. Last tweets what we made was about it, and guys try to find a way to um, pronounce it. I compared our numbers now with all platforms, with Biffy and everything else. We have highest numbers, highest income, and even more. We have, uh, I think, more clear UI and I don't know. Just need to tell users that we have pretty juicy uh, profit for their assets. Let's see. Just need some time. It's not what you can do immediately. And I don't want to um, this the I made my part really. Developers made their parts. We built contracts, we built UI. Now everything ready for marketing really. Probably a little warming up period for APR numbers, 1 week. Um, but yeah, no actions requires from my side at least, and um, maybe total auto-compounded to date counter just to watch big number go up. It is very hard to calculate, do you know? Uh, we we're trying to show profit for users. Um, okay. Probably. How to compound it? It is like how much. I know how to do it. It's like the similar like strategy owned, but now it count without auto-compounded parts. Just need to. Okay, we can do it. Maybe the UI needs to sell the benefits from within the app itself, since almost every new user just clicks into the app. Um, if we have if we have best numbers in common percent, we should be bridging so on that where people will see it. Um, I'm not sure that I catch this idea. Mm, you on the landing page? Do you mean show some APR or which place? Where we have on application we have on the first page all necessary numbers and what we can do more. Just more about new user traffic. Show the KPI on application. That's what differentiates the platform. The problem that nobody calculated except us. You can see a lot of numbers on our Dune analytic, and uh, personally, I'm so happy that we have newcomer who built it. Really, guru of SQL. I'm I'm so happy. Uh, and KPI, it depends on how you calculate it and how you compare it with other projects. Usually more closer to comparison is how I forgot. I did it for Harvest. Uh, um, Price to earn in ratio, yeah, price to earn in ratio. But also it is. some kind, it is closer to KPI, but it doesn't count how much rewards you spend for this. It is a static number about, if you're familiar with price to earning ratio, um, it is a ratio between your price for token and how much profit you can get for this token. And this is a pretty popular metric for comparison. Uh, Bantek, as I remember, mentioned it firstly. I don't remember who did it firstly, but probably half a year ago, um, everybody around started to talk about this, and yeah, we put it in the harvest charts. And probably we should have tattoo similar, but I like more KPI. It is how much profit you um, right now it is more actually because our profit cost us some rewards. We swap our tokens for profit, and now you can see this percent for Vault platform. It is around 30%, and for each Vault you can open a tab on Dune Vault info. Vault Dune info. I don't remember. On Vault page you can find it, and you will see the ratio for concrete this Vault. Um, Price to earn ratio. When we will stop rewards after 4 years, it will be more actual for calculation and comparison. Um, now, mm, I don't like this metric. Um, Maybe a link like learn more about tattoo to some kind of article info that shows all the difference tattoo has with other platforms and its advantages. We will have new landing page. We're working on it. I can't say any ATA, but Tim Rizzo did amazing work, and it will be very impressive page. Yeah, very professional with clear information and cool CGI video. And okay, um, what can you say more? This learn more about tattoo. It should be a landing page. No, nobody will. Not a lot of people will go to docs and read about us and everything else. Should the statement in the UI app be changed or rewards separate? Me, for, technically it is still true. If we pay rewards, it is external. Just not all. I think I can remove it anyway. It was very old. I guess enough people know about this, and some guys who don't know this conception, they anyway they ask, do you know? They come and ask why, how to sell Xterto. This text doesn't help. Really, we can remove it. If somebody want to read something, they will read our docs. If users will just click on buttons, any text will not help. Whether that is profit KPI, just I kinda really. It was not a question. Okay. And and a snapshot of comparative KPIs maybe with other platforms. For this, we should calculate their KPI at least. But usually it is technically impossible or very complex. It requires parsing the whole project. But I guess nobody wants to show it. Yeah, usually it is not good numbers even for big projects. Um, Not all project can do something without spending a lot of rewards. And DeFi space, uh, I thought it will be die after an year with rewards, and but I mean, it will be game changer when every project and their reward programs, and really the best KPI will be what profit you can provide for your investors without um, some kind of Ponzi scheme. It is a very good question. Yeah, and I guess you all know which projects can do it without rewards. Probably only Uniswap and Yearn now big enough and provide service without rewards. Maybe I missed somebody else. Not sure about MakerDAO. Uh, um, any selling point that makes you more money with other platforms? Mm, Well, we can't compare. mm, It will be very aggressive marketing if we will compare on our top page, for example, with Beefy Autofarm, not with Harvest, please. Um, uh, for Beefy and Autofarm, it is our main competitor on Polygon, and of course we can do live comparison on even with when you see or enter you see pop-up window with comparison with Buffet and Outer Farm. I don't remember. I saw something like this on one project. I don't remember where really, but it was funny and it was very aggressive. I just my opinion. Um, Technically, just provide information, but okay, maybe. No problem if this too complex. I was just thinking a standalone KPI is not as useful as a comparative. Uh, yeah, you're right. You're right. Um, Metrics works only all understand what is it and all use it. Mm, Probably I can make some tweets with comparing our platform with another, with our competitors. But we can't do it from official Twitter account and on the application too. It is just not so gentle. Klima brought a ton of money into Polygon this past month, where I was bringing it up in suggestions. You targeting them at all? Do you know we have a Klima strategy and Klima Vault? It was just not so stable as I wanted, and I uh, keep it hidden. Now it works few days, yes, and I guess we can announce it uh, and feel rewards. I just don't want to have a situation when right now, for example, Dino vaults have a lot of rewards because they generate a lot of profit. And Klima a monster. It generates a ton of profit, really. And if we will have out rewarder with um, one-to-one ratio without any adjustments, I guess the most rewards will go to Klima Vault, and we will just yield platform for Klima. So, um, yes, and if they will dump, we will dump too. And I don't want to bet on this kind of project. I don't want to say that clean bet or something. Just a bit dangerous. Do you know pros and cons of Olympus and just more like a big experiment. Nobody knows how it will work. Mm, We will launch Klima with little rewards. I don't want to make a lot of attention on it, uh, and it is not so interesting strategy. We just decompose their their pool. Mm, They don't have claim rewards. We can just provide the service when you want to farm Klima, but don't want to take a lot of risk, and you want to get profit right now. You don't want to stay with you don't want to be a 3-3 holder. You want to farm it. You're ready to buy some Klima, but you want to get profit in something more stable, and it will be Tether, of course. Well, um, more stable than some other projects. At least we have Flur, and we are closer to this Flur than Klima. Um, I we already have vault limits. It is rewards. If you want to deposit for some reason 1 million in Klima in our vault, um, will not provide rewards right now. And it will be not have any economical sense. There will be just a service for decomposing, uh, and I didn't see before this kind of strategy. On one hand, it was very simple. Uh, on another hand, it required some vault changes and lot of little nuance was resolved. How you can recompound, uncompound, how to say it? So sell a compounded profit from token and do it in the fair way. Uh, because especially for Klima because they have uh, periods when they rebalance their stake in token. Okay, enough about Klima. Oh, okay, we talked 1 hour. Enough for today. Thank you, guys. Thanks for amazing questions. I hope I answered for everything, and have a good week, and stay tuned. A lot of new features will be very soon. Bye bye.